So now we're looking at rounding numbers in an everyday concept. So we have nearest 5 cents and nearest dollar. In the context of money, we'll talk about those. Also nearest kilometre and nearest litre. So if we start with nearest 5 cents, when we're looking at 5 cent variables, we only have either between 0 and 5 or 5 and 10. So if we have between 0 and 5, we know the 0 and the 5 stay where they are. If we have 1 or 2, that will round back to the 0. If we have 3 or 4, that will round up to the 5. That's very similar with 5 to 10. 5 stays at there, 10 stays at there, 6 and 7 round down to 5, 8 and 9 round up to 10. So, considering that, let's have a look at our 5 cent rules. If we have $9.43, we're actually looking at this number here to begin with. The rest of it doesn't really matter because we're going to write that down. So now we're looking at this. We're looking at 5 cents, so we're looking at the cents. That's very interesting. It's a 3, so we know it's not going to round up this number, so we can write it down. 3 is closer to 5 than 0, so it rounds that number up to a 5. So let's look at the next one. 97. 7's larger than a 5, so it's going to round up, rounding this number up as well. And that's all going to roll across. That one's a little more tricky because it's at the very top end of that number. Okay. Second one, done. So third one now. 0.40, so we look at the last number. That doesn't change, which means none of it changes. So it stays exactly as it is. So let's then look at nearest dollar. Now nearest dollar isn't an everyday concept in terms of if we had money and we're buying things, because we wouldn't round up or down for the dollar unless we had no change, and the shop did that, but most of the time we get money back. So rounding to the nearest dollar, all we're looking at is our tens column initially to see whether it is smaller than 5 or 5 and larger. Smaller than 5, this number stays the same, and we just write it down. If it's larger than 5, this number goes up because we're rounding, and in the last one, larger than 5, so it rounds up. Okay. Nearest kilometre, same thing, we're looking at this number initially. First number to the right of the decimal point. If it is smaller than 5, it stays where it is. If it's 5 or larger, we round it up. So that would be 4 kilometres. It's a 4, so it stays as 9, 10 kilometres. It's an 8, so it rounds up to 1 kilometre. Okay. We then have nearest litre. So if we're just estimating how much fuel we need in our car, for example, if we put in 39.72 litres, or that's how much it can hold, we're again looking at this number here first. 7 is larger than a 5, so it rounds it up. 39 to 40. The 0 is obviously smaller than 5, so we leave it at 431. And the 5 is the number that we start to round up at. So if you've got a 5 or larger, we round the number up to give us 2.